Welcome back. This is Say Good Morning Abuja on NTH and F5, the Unity Station. We have a guest in the house. In fact, he's a peace advocate. Okay, he is Austin Iweshi, Executive Director, Center for Peace Advocacy and Sustainable Development. Okay, he's here to discuss empowering youth through advocacy and sustainable development. So please join me as I welcome Mr. Austin.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, I saw in your profile, peace builder. Okay, peace advocate, peace builder. So can you just briefly tell us in 1 minute?
Okay, thank you so much.
What you do for the youths?
Okay, as you rightly said, I advocate for peace. I started advocating for peace from university days.
Okay.
So in campus during student elections, I would, although I witnessed a first-hand violent conflict when I used to live in Kaduna State,
Okay.
and when I got back admission into university, in my first year in the university, I witnessed violent protests by the students. So that sparked something in me that why would people die? Why would people be killed because of violent conflict? I see how I can begin to find solution to this problem. So I began to advocate for peace in university, where I during student elections, because sometimes the student election used to be violent.
Oh, yeah.
I could print posters, I could gather students, talk about peace in university, and so I've been doing that to see how I can bring young people to become peace ambassadors and advocate for peaceful coexistence. So throughout my days in the university, I was, always talking to students to be peaceful, not to join violent conflict activity, or not to engage in court activity, or the school code of activities and all of that.
Wow,
that was named Mr. Peace.
Oh, okay. So you are AKA Mr. Peace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for what you have just said, for all you do for the youth. Now, let's look at the role the youth can play in advocating for sustainable development in their communities.
Okay, just like I said, I am a youth. The role young people play are very, very wide, from community engagement, from championing causes that they are passionate about. So I work with a lot of young people across Nigeria. So young people are very, very passionate. They are very resilient, and they want to contribute to sustainable development. That's why you see them pushing initiatives. If you look at Africa, young people constitute the larger population. And when you look at the demographic, young people are the people championing the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. From many of them have initiative, but many of them volunteer their time, their resources to contribute to Sustainable Development Goals. Just like what I have been doing right from my university days, I am actually contributing to achieving Sustainable Development Goals, especially Goal 16, who talks about peace, justice, and strong institution.
Okay.
So all of the activities of young people, they bring themselves, they dedicate their time, they are creative, they bring innovation. When you look at climate change, young people of Nigeria, when you go to COP, you see that young people of Nigeria are bringing great initiative. They develop apps for recycling, where you can pick up something. When you go to community, they mobilize young people to pick up trashes, can and all of that.
Okay, recycle them.
Yes, and recycle them. So they contribute a lot. Their role has been very significant in achieving sustainable development goals in Nigeria. If you look at the report of sustainable development, you will see how the role of young people have played for championing initiative that will contribute to achieving sustainable development goals.
Okay, so how can we empower them to take up roles in sustainable development initiatives?
Youth empowerment is very crucial and very important in achieving sustainable development goals. Youth actually need the empowerment, because empowering them means that you are giving them that leverage to always continue to make impact. So in many ways, there are many ways we can empower them. By capacity, we can build their capacity, giving them platform, giving them platform to, shine, showcase their talent,
To leverage.
leverage on a talent, and also creating policies and programs that favors young people, that empowers them. Yeah, government should look at also implementing policies that also empower young people. Nigeria has created a lot of policies and programs that will, empower young people. But sometimes it's implementation and enforcement. There need to be more effort to implement the political will to implement some of these programs and policies of the government that will ensure that young people are empowered to contribute to sustainable development in Nigeria. And also creating an enabling environment for businesses.
Yeah.
Young people who are entrepreneurs, business owners, there is need to create more enabling environment for them to excel in their business. When young people are engaged, they are hardly get into violent conflict or all sorts of social vices or crime.
To enable them channel their energies to positive
use. They're empowered, they channel their energy to useful things in the society, and they contribute to sustainable development in Nigeria. In Africa and Nigeria in particular, I work with young people across Africa, but young people of Nigeria are exceptional. They are very creative. So when they're empowered, they go into the world, they shine. If you look at there are a lot of innovation. Look at floater wave. There are innovation of young people. You look at a lot of, if you go
content,
to
on social media, a lot of content creation, creators,
comedy. When you see young people, you see that they are very creative, but they just need that empowerment. They need that enabling environment to bring out their talent. Also, I need where can be more talent discovery aspect in Nigeria. So apart from the ones that are already existing, there need to create more talent, maybe by state, local government, especially look at local level. There are a lot of hidden talent at the local level. So if there are a lot of talent discovery hunt in the local level,
like we used to have talent hunt before.
Yes.
So you're indirectly saying they should bring such things back.
Yes, because there are a lot of hidden talent. I work with young people at local. I know they have creativity, but when they're empowered, you may have that gift in you, but if you're not giving that push or that empowerment, it will be sleeping on you. The platform is part of the empowerment. So giving them the platform is part of empowering them. Because if I have a talent for singing, if I do not go, if I don't go and learn how to play instrument or practice a little, I won't shine. Or if a platform is not given to me to come and showcase my talent, you won't know about me. All these guys that you see that are making them in one way or the other, there was a platform that enabled them to come up to shine. So when those platforms are given to young people, you see, empower them with those platforms, they will shine, and that is how they continue to contribute to sustainable development.
As a young or youth advocate, let's look at the challenges young advocates, especially when it comes to sustainable development goals and all that, the challenges they face.
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges young people face. The society, when I started advocating for peace, people were saying, what is this one doing, and all of that. But because, the society, especially a young person, there's something they're looking up to you, maybe the family you're coming from, the environment you stay in, and they need you to bring something up, and you say you're advocating for peace. They'll be looking at you. What are you doing? Are you not supposed
think that your village people are following?
Are you not supposed to go and be working and making money?
Making money.
Do you understand? The societal construct and all of that contribute to the challenges, and also lack of support. The lack of support to young people who are advocates. They dedicate their time to advocate. Sometimes they do not get the needed support they need to push. The resources they need to sustain their effort may not be there. Sometimes some persons get tired. They do it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
They don't get
encouragement. They do not get support. It becomes tiring and all of that. So the challenges are enormous, but these are just few that I thought I could share that young people actually face that, bother them from not moving forward. A lot of them are very, very passionate to contribute to sustainable development goal in Nigeria, but they just need that support, that encouragement, that mentorship.
Okay.
And bringing them on the platform, encouraging them the more, whether if it is the government, the private and public sectors, encouraging them, having mentored them, and also giving them some platform to showcase their talent.
Okay, we'll continue, but we need to go for a break.
No
and when we come back, we've been talking about empowering our youth through advocacy for sustainable development. We'll be right back after this break. So please don't go anywhere because the discussion will continue. Welcome back. Yes, empowering our youth through advocacy for sustainable development. We still have Mr. Augustine Igweshi. He is a peace builder and a peace advocate. Now, let's look at the support system.
Yeah.
Let's talk about support system for the youth.
Okay.
Because when we talk about peace, we want them to be at peace. Just like you said, if they don't have a platform they can leverage on, if they don't have encouragement and support, you know, it will not work. They won't be able to channel their energies to. So, what kind of support system do you think the youth needs at this time?
You know, in peace building, the what we call peace building through livelihood, like livelihood, giving them those kind of support that, you know, sometimes when you go to talk about peace in a community, or when you see them, when you talk about peace, say you're talking about peace when I have not eaten. You are talking about peace when I don't have something to eat, and all of that. So the kind of support system is empower them with skill. It could be like in terms of community, use that community. Yes, we can empower them with skill. We can empower them through entrepreneurship, you know, building their skill or vocational skill. I could focus on building their skill on vocational skill, as well as giving them education, empowering them with education. You know, when you're educated, you have a kind of a sense of understanding what the society is talking about. If you look at a global peace index, which rank countries according to how peaceful they are, you see that those countries has a very high standard of education. Their literacy level is almost 0%.
Okay.
So when people are educated, they tend to understand how the society is and how the society functions.
Okay. Now, from your experience, you know, can you just share some successful youth-led initiatives, okay, especially when it has to do with sustainable development?
Yeah, in our organization, we champion a lot of sustainable development goals and agenda. You know, the SDG is 17 in number, from zero hunger to partnership for the SDG. So in our organization, we focus on about 3 of the SDG, which SDG 4 talk about education, quality education, SDG 5 gender equality, SDG 16 peace, justice, and strong institution, and 17 partnership. So we've been able to build partnership across different sectors, you know, partnering with different government, different organizations to push our initiative.
Okay.
You know, we've been able to, you know, train and empower about 5,000 young people to become peace ambassadors that are promoting peace in their communities, that are championing peace building in their communities. Well, during the election, we'll be able to train about 50 youth across the 36 states. We brought them from all the 36 states and FCT to Abuja to train them on election violence prevention, which they went back to their states to implement, you know, contributing to non-violent election. So we empower them, that capacity will build on them, that learning, they learn about peace. They know that, yes, peace is important because without peace, there will be no development. You know, if you look at the Northeast, where violence has taken place, you see development has depreciated. So they understand that peace is very important for development to strive. Peace is very important for peace to reign, for development to reign. So if you look at the Southeast, where they sit at home on Monday, you see that is the business, they are losing billions of naira. So they understand the implication of getting involved in violence. So they tend to maintain peace and also encourage others in their community to build peace. And also we empower young women. There is a program we call Mental Health to Greatness. The program which aligns with our SDG 5, where we bring young women to mentor other young women,
Okay.
those who have gone ahead of them, to mentor them and empower them. Some of them have gotten scholarships, some of them are doing great in different sectors of the economy. So we empower them, connect them with other young women who has gone ahead of them, to train them, to mentor them in that line of sector they are. After they pick up from there and become successful on their own. From there, they're contributing to sustainable development in Nigeria.
Okay, you talked about that you started when you were in school.
Yes.
Okay, during student union elections, you were able to. So, how do you think, or what tools, educational tools, do you think can be used to equip our youth to prepare their mind against violence?
Yeah, I think when I was in second year, I did a peace studies, something peace studies. But university, right? So we some are just going there to go and do the course. But if those educational, we have been advocating for peace education, right, for secondary school, even primary school. So if peace education can be included in secondary school, primary school curriculum, where they begin to learn and imbibe the culture of peace in them right from time, right from childhood. That would be a very vital tool to promote peace in Nigeria. So sometimes we go to secondary schools to teach them about the culture of peace. I am if you can actually coexist with your neighbor, with person of different faith, with person of different religion, with person of different color, you can actually coexist. We are all human beings made by God. So when they begin to have this mindset from childhood, maybe from 10, before they get to adulthood, they will understand that these things we are talking about peace, we need it and we cannot engage it. They already have that spirit. If you see some children, the way the parents are brought up, when you tell a child, don't do this, if you have been telling the child, when the child go, let me say, don't collect something from stranger. So when you have constantly taught the child that, the child will not collect something from. That is how it should be.
Right.
When we have teach young children how to live in peace with their neighbor, how to imbibe the culture of peace. When they grow up, they continue to do so.
All right, I just want you in a minute, your word of advice. We have the youths are struggling with a lot of things, drug abuse. They're struggling with the kidnapping, and a lot of things are happening right now. The internet, social media, we see a lot of things, we hear a lot of things. In just 1 minute, what advice will you give to the Nigerian
for young people? You have resilient spirit, you are talented, you have the capacity to do great things. So do not allow yourself to be used. Don't engage in drug abuse. Don't engage in crime. Don't engage in social vices. Your future is very bright, just as I am. I started advocating for peace for secondary school. I didn't know that I would get to where I am today. Just do something that you're passionate about. You don't know where it will take you to. I have some friends, I have colleagues who have grown very much higher than they were because they channel their energy to something good they are passionate about. Some of them are not doing well in various sectors. So look at that thing you are very passionate about or that gift you have. Try to channel your energy to develop yourself around it. With that, you'll be able to, the sky is just the starting point for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, the way you are talking, you see passion. You have this passion to make sure there is peace. In us, especially with the youths. So thank you so much. And we'll say to you that the sky will be your starting point very soon. We'll begin to hear all the success stories. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Yes, we've been speaking with Mr. Austin Igweshi. He is Executive Director, Center for Peace, Advocacy and Sustainable Development. He's been talking about empowering our youth through advocacy and sustainable development. Our youths are very creative, and he has talked about support system. All they need is our support. All they need is government support, okay? You know, they have a lot of energy. So this is the time for us to help them channel their energies to positive use. Let's take this musical by Brett Joe, and he titled this one, The Blood. Let's see it.